the jellyfish and ocean wasp. These animals arrive in an enormous assortment of shapes and sizes. For the most part, their bodies comprise of an adjusted ringer with a mouth on the underside. More limited limbs and longer stinging arms by and large develop from the ringer. Size fluctuates definitely from one animal group to another. Some action not exactly an inch across, while others arrive at 6 feet in measurement or more! Interesting facts about the jellyfish. The tremendous assortment of species have various qualities and variations. Study what makes a couple of explicit animal groups extraordinary. Underneath, lion's mane jelly. This species is the biggest in this gathering. The biggest recorded example had a ringer with a 7-foot width, and its limbs estimated an incredible 112 foot long. Upside down jelly. As the name proposes, this species is one of a few jams that situates itself in the topsy-turvy position. It sits with its ringer against the ground and waves its limbs upwards, rather than a mouth on its ringer. This species has many mouths on its limbs. Moon jelly. You can discover this species all through a large part of the world's seas. The wide range of ocean animals depend on this species for food, including sunfish, other jellyfish, leatherback ocean turtles. And that's just the beginning. Numerous jelly. Another staggeringly huge species. This jam imparts the family to the lion's mane jam. Blossoms of this species have consistently expanded in the Sea of Japan over the previous decade. These blossoms have demonstrated negative to nearby fish populaces. Natural surroundings of the jellyfish. The different species live in a wide scope of various living spaces. Some live in the remote ocean, some in pelagic areas of the vast sea, and some involve bone-chilling icy waters, however generally live in waterfront locales. In any case, the entirety of the different species possess marine or saltwater natural surroundings and some rich into saline waters. None of the species live in freshwater. Conveyance of the jellyfish. These animals have worldwide conveyance. You can't think that they are in each sea on Earth. Every species has its own novel reach. A few animal groups live across immense breadths and have cosmopolitan dissemination. Different species live just in little locales. The populaces of numerous species cross over with those of different species. Diet of the jellyfish. While their eating regimen shifts dependent on the species, all jams have savage taking care of propensities. However, the modest number chase utilizing channel taking care of and eat fundamentally microscopic fish. By far most catch prey utilizing their stinging arms and limbs. They eat any little fish or shellfish that ends up floating into their stinging arms and become ensnared. Jellyfish and human interaction. Various species interface with people in various styles. Individuals see numerous species as annoyances in view of their excruciating stings. The stings of certain species can even represent the threat to people. Individuals additionally financially get a couple of animal categories as food sources. The effect of human action shifts from one animal type to another. A few animal groups have lasting populaces while others diminish due to human action. Training. People have not tamed these animals at all. Does the jellyfish make a good pet? Note: you wouldn't need a jam as a pet. Numerous species develop very huge, and all have stinging cells on their arms and appendages. Also, you were unable to keep some other fish in your aquarium since they would sting them. Jellyfish care. Aquariums keep various species in their assortment. However, the consideration differs from one animal type to another. Generally, they have comparable requirements. Aquarists, by and large, keep a delicate progression of water in their adjusted tanks to keep the jams from floating into the glass and harming themselves. Most offices feed them little fish or shrimp. Conduct of a jellyfish. Generally, these animals don't have muddled conduct. They can utilize the muscles in their ranges to move themselves. However, they for the most part float any place the current pushes them. Most species don't effectively look for prey, however eat whatever occurs into their arms. Propagation of the jellyfish. These animals, for the most part, duplicate by sting their eggs and sperm from their mouths. Treated eggs incubate into a larval living thing known as a planula. This hatchling appends itself to the base and develops into a polyp. That polyp then, at that point, buds off a few smaller than normal forms of the grown-up jellyfish, known as medusas. The medusa develops and in the long run rehashes the cycle. Ocean wasp. The ocean wasp is a container jam with amazingly intense and difficult toxin that has been known, in outrageous cases, to kill individuals in as not many as 3 minutes. The ocean wasp's little body is to a lesser degree a worry than the arms, which reach up to 10 feet 3 meter long. Every one of the 60 limbs hanging down from the ocean wasp's body is covered with specific stinging cells, called cnidocytes. Utilizing these stinging cells, the ocean wasp chases little fishes and pelagic spineless creatures like swimming crabs or prawns. The cnidocytes are additionally the wellspring of the amazing sting, and the accounts of passings brought about by the ocean wasp quite often affect an individual being enclosed by numerous appendages, with stings covering the significant part of the body. There are various enigmatic species in the sort Chironex, so the specific scope of the ocean wasp is obscured. It is especially normal off the northern bank of Australia, where beach goers are frequently stung, provoking an enormous mission by the travel industry to introduce nets off of principal swimming regions to keep the ocean wasps out. However, their stinging limbs give them the method for catching prey. They don't give these jams adequate hunter safeguard. They are the most loved prey of leatherback turtles and some other pelagic hunters. Among the jams, the container jams are known for having the absolute most complex eyes. Ongoing lab studies suggest that ocean wasps can perceive a few tones and may even have the option to produce three-dimensional pictures. However, the last has not been affirmed, as they have no mind or focal sensory system. In the same way as other jams, ocean wasps have a fascinating life cycle that incorporates a blend of sexual and agamic multiplication. Physically adult ocean wasps are the jams known as medusae with stinging limbs, with which we are generally natural. These drone pups duplicate by means of outer preparation, where females discharge eggs and guys discharge sperm into the water section. When the egg is treated, the hatchling portals and lives in the pelagic climate for quite a while. As it develops, The hatchling looks for a reasonable spot in shallow water and in the end connects to the ocean bottom where it develops into a topsy-turvy medusa known as a polyp. During the polyp stage, the singular buds off the few clones of itself that swim away as medusae and in the end develop into physically mature ocean wasps. This rotation of sexual and agamic generation might be a method for rapidly expanding numbers while protecting the significance of blending qualities in with others. Ocean wasps are not eaten by individuals, and there isn't adequate information to decide their populus patterns. Notwithstanding, narrative information infers that their numbers are reasonably steady or expanding and that human action isn't a danger to this present species' endurance. Fun facts about box jellyfish. 1. Box jellyfish are one of the most venomous animals on the planet. 2. Box jellyfish don't have a cerebrum. 3. They have horns called adaptations on their arms where toxin is put away and conveyed. 4. Box jellyfish have 24 eyes. 5. The body of a crate jellyfish is straightforward, and its limbs are pale blue dark.